down in.
Mr. President, are you going to sue Trevor Noah? Last night in a post, you alluded that something could be coming.
Yeah, well, he said that I spent time on Jeffrey Epstein's island. I didn't. I mean, he's a lightweight, this guy. He's a terrible, I think he's terrible. I thought he did a terrible job at the Grammys. I thought the whole Grammys was terrible. I watched part of it. It's not watchable. But he was a lousy host. I'd say not as bad as Jimmy Kimmel, but pretty close. And no, he made a statement about me and Jeffrey Epstein. I have nothing to do with that. I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. And in fact, if you look at the DOJ, they announced, they released 3 million pages.
Ladies and gentlemen, so the Grammys took place over the weekend, and it was a woke disaster. A lot of these award shows have pretty much become propaganda arms of the radical left, and this was absolutely no different. And Trevor Noah, this guy's in big trouble because the former host of The Daily Show, before they replaced him with Jon Stewart again, this guy went out here and made defamatory statements towards President Trump about Jeffrey Epstein. Obviously, Trump is very litigious right now, so it would be foolish to bring up something that's such a hot button issue right now and make a joke about it, literally saying, well, what are you going to do about it? Well, he's threatening to sue you, and the fake news is very upset about it. Here's 2 clips, one from Brian Stelter and from Fake Tapper.
Trump is now threatening to sue Trevor Noah for a joke he made during the Grammys last night about the president's past relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. How significant is that?
Yeah, and I know this might sound like a punchline, but this is real life. We should cue up the joke itself. Here's what Trevor Noah said when he was riffing with the audience during the Grammy Awards last night.
That is a Grammy that every artist wants, almost as much as Trump wants Greenland. Which makes sense. I mean, because Epstein's island is gone, he needs a new one to hang out with Bill Clinton. So, oh, I told you it's my last year. What are you going to do about it?
Having fun, telling a joke, but Trump has previously said he never visited that island off St. Bart's. He called the joke a, quote, defamatory statement. And in a post on True Social at 1:01 a.m. Eastern Time, Trump said, "It looks like I'll be sending my lawyers to sue this poor, pathetic, talentless dope of an MC and suing him for plenty of dollars." That was the comment from the president overnight. We have seen many, many cases of the president threatening lawsuits. He oftentimes does not follow through, but every once in a while he does. He's suing the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, the BBC. Those media outlets are fighting those lawsuits. Now he's adding Trevor Noah to the list of people he is threatening to sue. But it's very clear from that clip, Trevor Noah was poking fun of the president, having fun with a joke. And we live in a reality now where the president will threaten a lawsuit against a comedian for doing so.
His island is gone. He needs a new one to hang out with Bill Clinton. So, oh, I told you it's my last year. What are you going to do about it?
Well, I'll tell you what President Trump says he's going to do about it. He jumped on Truth Social at 1 a.m. and wrote, Trevor Noah said incorrectly about me that Donald Trump and Bill Clinton spent time on Epstein Island. Wrong. It looks like I'll be sending my lawyers to sue this poor, pathetic, talentless dope of an MC and suing him for plenty $sign. Get ready, Noah. I'm going to have some fun with you. Look, parody, satire is protected. But even if it weren't,
what? I got to tell you, I'm actually surprised that he mentioned Bill Clinton. I haven't heard many people, I don't know Trevor Noah's politics, but I'm going to presume he's to the left of where I stand. I haven't heard many people bring up the former president in that regard. So to me, there's humor in that alone. I know this is a very touchy topic for the president. I completely get it. But, you know, it was kind of humorous, and then he went after Clinton. He took a jab, so why not?
This is the action of authoritarians around the world who cannot take a joke, who are thin-skinned, and this president in particular is incredibly thin-skinned. He does not like jokes at his expense. But why would you highlight a joke about the Epstein files at a moment when everyone is talking about the Epstein files and him and his relationship to Epstein, even if, of course, he is right, there has been no proof that he ever was at Epstein Island.
The Grammys in general were not a hospitable environment if President Trump was watching.
Now, the untrained eye might actually agree that Trump is being too thin-skinned here. However, when you look a little further back, because Pepperidge Farm remembers, Fake Tapper here actually had a very similar criticism saying that, hey, you should seek some sort of recompense or prevent misinformation from going out directly related to Jeffrey Epstein when it was for a guy that he liked, Jimmy Kimmel. Aaron Rodgers had previously made a joke about Jimmy Kimmel somehow being affiliated with Jeffrey Epstein. And this same exact guy said, well, hey, you can't make statements like that, joke or no joke, because you're talking about potential pedo stuff going on.
New York Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers is facing intense and frankly well-deserved criticism over comments he made on ESPN's The Pat McAfee Show, in which Rodgers made false allegations about accused sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein and a popular late-night comedian.
A lot of people, including Jimmy Kimmel, are really hoping that doesn't.
False, defamatory, wildly irresponsible, and not funny if Rodgers was trying to be funny. This is child sex trafficking. I should note CNN has reached out to a representative for Rodgers and one for ESPN and one for ABC. They've all declined to comment. Frankly, just the latest example of Aaron Rodgers using his platform to spread misleading and false information. So wildly irresponsible. There are lunatics out there who believe this kind of stuff. I mean, Kimmel's right when he says he's putting his family at risk. What obligation does ESPN have to shut down this type of speculation? And by the way, I think Disney owns both ESPN and ABC, where Jimmy Kimmel is their late night star. Why is Disney even allowing this to happen? You know, would you be surprised if ESPN continues to let Rodgers on air after making this wildly inappropriate allegation? And again, just to underline this point, and I don't want to sound preachy on this, but this isn't funny. I guess now Bob Iger has a question. Does he allow ESPN and this nitwit continue to, I'm not talking about McAfee, to continue to like have this forum even when they're smearing somebody who has been working for ABC for, I think, more than 20 years.
So now that President Trump has the problem, now it's okay. Now he's thin-skinned. But when Jimmy Kimmel has the problem, no, you can't do that. You can't make remarks about Jimmy Kimmel. It's unfair. Okay, it could put his family at risk. Screw the Trump family and putting them at risk. But Jimmy Kimmel and his family must be protected. You still think that Fake Tapper is an independent like he claims? He says he's not a Democrat. You seem awfully like a Democrat shill to me, but these are just my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm out. Big shout out to my members, Cybernoodle, 655, Bella Scott, and Carpentier John. Could not do it without you.
Because, friends, that was false. No one had ever claimed that Trump had been to the island. So what does President Trump say in response? Well, he's going to sue Trevor Noah into oblivion. Overnight, Trump posted on Truth Social, quote, "I can't speak for Bill, but I have never been to Epstein Island nor anywhere close. Noah, a total loser, better get his facts straight and get them straight fast. It looks like I'll be sending my lawyers to sue this poor, pathetic, talentless dope of an MC and suing him for plenty of money. Ask little George Slopadopoulos and others how that all worked out. Also ask CBS. Get ready, Noah. I'm going to have some fun with you." Now, I think Trevor Noah is about to find himself in the FO stages of FAFO.